There. Is that better? Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Give me a 5x5 if you guys can hear me. I want to make sure this thing is working. Hello, Shelly, Kelly. Hello, Chili Phil, Kristen, Melinda, Brock, Bandy. Can you guys hear me? Jason P, Windmill Willie. All right. You guys can hear me. Fantastic. The nurse who love me. Good to see you. Sam, good to see you. Let's hit the like button, get a lot of people in this thing. Want to love. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Lisa Trimble. Oh, thank you for being here. You know, let me tell you something. It's kind of an interesting thing. This is about sobriety, and I got every day stuff gets thrown on my plate, and I'm in a spot right now where this is perfect to be talking about this, because 15 years ago I wouldn't be in front of you right now. I'd be in a bar somewhere. So we're going to talk about how to beat the. This is poignant and very, very perfect that this is happening right now. I'm going through it. It's a good thing. Swear, we're good to see you. Just Joan, Matthew Peckham, good to see you. Laser Show. Can't think of a better name. Man, is that a good one. All right, so here's what we're going to do today. We have a new name for this segment, and I'll explain to you real quickly why I did it this way. Helena, good to see you. Tim, good to see you. Barbara, hello. Mike, good to see you. All right, so here's the thing. I don't like the name Sober Sunday or Sober Weekends. And here's why. If you are a sober person and you got a bunch of time behind your belt, sober is a great thing. But if you're somebody who's struggling, the word sober can even be in your face. And if there's 1,000 people and one person is going to be turned away because of the name sober, I don't want to call it sober. So that's kind of where I'm at. I thought about recovery because it's more positive. And it is. But I got a great new name for this segment, and I want to debut it now. I'm going to show you a thumbnail for the next one. I think, and I want you guys your opinion of what you think of this. Where is it? Here we go. The new name for this segment is called the Capsaicin Connection. And the reason is there is a connection between capsaicin and sobriety, and what keeps us all alive and both of our oars in the water is connection. When we don't have connection, things go awry. So we're going to call this, moving forward, the Capsaicin Connection. All right, Jimmy Pickles, good to see you. Rob Holden, hello there. Good to see you. All right, so guys, this is what we're doing today. This is our weekly sobriety show. Do me a favor. If you have anything that you're going to add, questions or comments that are important, please do me a favor. Put 3 Qs or 4 capital Qs in front. It'll get my attention. All right. Check this out. This is super huge. Bob Shield, sober since the 7th after the stream on the 6th. Still going strong. Thank you for all the love and encouragement. I hope this is sort of silly. We're holding up a trophy, but it means something. I'm proud of you. None of this is easy that we're doing. You guys understand that, right? And I'm proud of you, Bob. There's a lot of us that were in the chat that day, and that matters. When one of us has a victory, we all do. Just Joan likes the name. So does the nurse who loved me. Angel, thank you for being here. Love this topic. I'm glad you're here. Whoops. Thank you, Tara Gilder. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Angel, thank you for being here. Mischief Managed. Love it. Thank you for being here. And DS Kitty. Look at this. Diane, member for 2 months. Hey, Johnny, for non-chili heads, do you think there's a benefit from capsaicin supplements? Absolutely. Good benefits without the burden. You betcha. Diane, they sell cayenne pills because it's very good for your heart. So you don't have to be burning yourself silly to get the benefits of it. Absolutely, absolutely. Thing about it is, it tastes so good. And you'll start eating small. You don't have to be burning yourself like I do. People see me like, oh, if I got to do what that guy does to get sober, I'd rather drink. You don't need to be doing things the way I do it, honestly. Legit bogus. Man, I love the name. Never count days, but 236 days, cigarette free. It's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. I've never been addicted to cigarettes, but I know from people, listen, I'm a sober guy that's been addicted to almost everything else. I know that that's a nightmare of a substance to quit. So I'm proud of you. Look at this. Don't you love when people that you don't even know are throwing you love and giving you support? I love that. Thank you, Shelly Kelly. All right, so Peppa Poppy is in the Philippines. I gave Emily some of JP Piranha orange powder yesterday for 1 hot minute that you sent me as one of the many freebies you added to my orders, Jimmy. Well done. Okay, Yadira, thank you for being here. Look at that. Remind you guys, it's easier for me, the host. What a funny name. I guess I am the host. Put cues in front of it. It'll be easier for me to notice. And we're going to start our program in just a moment, you guys. Silver Surfer, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Windmill Willie, 25 days sober today. Since Christmas Day. Your stream the day before inspired me to quit for good this time. Wow. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. Keep that up. You know, do you guys understand? Tell me it. Put a 1 in the chat if you can. I've said this for a while. I think people right now are experiencing it. If you become invested in somebody else's sobriety, it helps yours. If you can feel that, put a 1 in the chat, please. Here we go. Rob Holden, not drinks or drugs, Johnny. And I'm not sober yet, but as a 40 a day cigarette smoker, I've cut down to between 5 and 10 a day since New Year's. Can I tell you something? That's huge. Going from 40 a day to 5 or 10 is massive. And I promise you, you can probably feel it in your lungs. Nothing we do is easy. You guys get that, right? But it's worth the fight. Arwa's here. Arwa, it's so good to see you. Thank you for being here. Uh-oh. Be right back. Mom needs me. No problem. We'll be here. We'll wait for you. All right. Bob Shields says, thank you all. God bless you guys and everyone staying or trying to stay sober and for everyone suffering. I meant it, like literally all day long. Things have been going on. You know what just happened to my phone? I get a text from Harvest 912. I go to text them. It says, hey, your memory's done. You can't even send a text message or take a picture. So I deleted app after app after app and deleted pictures. You think that mattered? No. But I'm not freaking out. You know what I'm doing? I'm sitting here and we're talking about it. We're going to fix this. I'm not going to lose control. Caddyshack, so good to see you, man. Harm reduction, Rob. That's what it is. You go from 40 cigarettes down to 10, 5 or 10, harm reduction. And you know what? Let's talk about that just for a second, because there are going to be people that say to you, you're not sober. That's not really helpful. Tell them what to do with it. It's absolutely helpful. I mean it. So it doesn't matter what avenue you take to get sober, get sober. That's what it's about. It's the most important thing in the world. Noah Wright, good to see you. I'm going to get going in just a minute, you guys. I just want to say hi to a few more people. Karma Chameleon, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Look at this. Barbara and Jane are the most amazing people. They're such a source of support and encouragement. Thank you, Barbara. You guys are awesome. Dale Cox, good to see you. Chili Phil, April 12th, will be 2 years sober. That's a great 2 years is exciting. 1 year was great, but each year it just gets so much more exciting. It's just the opposite. Look at this. All these people who've invested in somebody else's sobriety and feel the benefit from it. Care, be invested. Don't, I say this all the time. There are two kinds of people in this world that get sober. Some get sober and just live a sober life. Good. The others get sober and want to help others. And honestly, think if you can be an encouragement to somebody else, don't you want to be? Don't you want to be? Rufus, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Angel, recommendations on quitting Copenhagen. Here's the thing. Yeah, absolutely, Angel. Here's the great news. The principles of quitting. Everybody that's here, for the most part, we have a malfunctioning reward center in our brain. So it doesn't matter what we're trying to quit. The principles to get there are all the same. One thing, like when I've had friends that have quit chew, Angel, and it's a hard thing to quit. You're going to get cravings just like anything else. When you get cravings, there are ways to beat it. And that's the thing. And I'm telling you, Tommy and I are writing a book. It's play fetch with your brain. And I talk in word pictures a lot because if you can see an image in your head of what I'm saying, you're never going to forget it. You got a stick and you got a brain. We've all thrown a stick for a dog. The dog's going to stop what it's doing. It could be dropping a deuce on your lawn. You throw a stick, it's going to stop and go get the stick. Our brains are that way. So if you're in a room, all right, Angel, and you're craving Copenhagen, because it's a strong one, and it's driving you nuts, play fetch with your brain. Because your brain's focusing. Your brain has the floor at that point. You've said to your brain, here's a microphone. Go ahead and take the floor. All right, take the mic back. And the way you take the mic back is you have a bunch of senses. Occupy them. So if you're in a room, get out of the room. Smell, see, taste, touch, and feel something different. And if you can occupy your five senses, those, I'm telling you, the cravings won't last. It's easy to say that, but I'm a sober guy, so I'm telling you it works. But that's what I would do. I would start to do that. And all these steps we're going to talk about today, they all work. It doesn't matter whether your addiction is sex, if it's sugar, if it's food. We can beat it. We can do this. And the way I know this, I've been on Tommy's show where he's had people in one chat that are there from gambling, sex, cigarettes, you name it. And they're all there getting sober. The principles are the same. So we're going to do that. Rich Fern, all right, it's my dude. It's a guitarist. You know what? I got something you need. I don't have it. Got some guitar picks. I'm going to send you one. You got to email your address. November 19th, 29. I finally made the decision to get and stay clean. Celebrated 15 years. It was a great day, right? But think about this. 15 years. It's amazing. I'm proud of you. All right. I promise you we're going to get going. We have some important stuff to talk about. Hi, Jane. Good to see you. Eyes peeled. Oi. Good to see you, Eyes peeled. Thank you for being here. Dizzy Dragon. Good to see you, dude. Keith Kingman. Feisty Irish. Good to see you. Smoking, Uncle Frank. Looks like I made it on time. Congrats on the milestone. Finger red, number 1. Absolutely. All right. We're going to get started just a minute. You know what? Reese said today, Johnny's never caught up in his chat. I never do. Have you heard of crippling hot sauce? I have not. Started with a guy with cerebral palsy and their mission on. You know what? I may have heard of it. If it is, I've emailed them and I'm not sure if it's the right one. But there's somebody else that's in a similar situation that I've reached out to. All right. I am way behind. Bizzle, good to see you. All right. Yeah, oh my God, I'm 10 miles behind. Jeez Louise. All right. So I'm going to come back to all the questions in a minute, you guys. Just remember throw cues in there. I'm sorry. I got you. Well, I need a program director is what I need. I see, Krista Melinda would be such a rock star for that. All right, guys, we're going to get to everybody's questions in just a minute. Dylan, good to see you. Estelle Pretorius, thank you for being here. Heard you. Huh? I heard you. All right. So a few things before we get started. This is a really important thing. You know what? I was trying to get the picture. I couldn't. If you guys go to the very first picture, the very, very first video I ever did on this channel, I'm with a guy named Vince Jones. He's a guy I've loved. He's a brother, wonderful guy. I've known him for a really long time. His baby brother just died of cancer in his home. It was a terrible thing. He took care of his brother in the end days, and it was just a nightmare. And listen, I don't ever do GoFundMes. I don't, because, I'm going to become the GoFundMe platform. This is my brother, and this is my friend. And I'd put my hand in the fire for him and him losing his little brother. I don't know if it's that I had a little brother, but there's a GoFundMe in the description box. I don't ever do this, but I love Vince. Destroyed me when he lost his brother. If you're moved to help and you're able to, I thank you for that. And I'm going to move on, but I love him. And he's just, I've known the guy for such a long time, and to lose your, thank you for that. Dee Marie, thank you for being here. He's a good guy, Vince. You guys would love him. You can go watch a video. He's a funny guy. I'll tell you a quick story. That first video I ever did on the channel, ate a bunch of peppers. About 4 months earlier, Vince had a heart attack, and we were all scared to death for him. I love the guy. We worked together for years and years, and he was over. He thought he was getting better. He was eating healthy. He was quitting smoking, so he was moving in a good direction since his heart attack. So I went to his house, and we ate a bunch of peppers together, and I went home, and I had the worst stomach cramps at that point in my life that I ever had. Well, Vince didn't eat anything. I didn't, I should have told him, and I didn't. And Vince calls 911 because he thought he was having a heart attack. He's at the top landing of the stairs, rolling around, thinking he's dying. Here's the GoFundMe. Thank you, Kristen. And you know what? I sort of feel bad about even asking you, but I love Vince, and I love Vince. So thank you for doing that, Kristen. Anyway, the 911 911 shows up. Hi, Tad and Kit. And they wheel the gurney into his house. It's a terrifying moment. And they go to the top of the stairs, like, dude, what happened? He goes, man, I feel like I'm dying. They said, what happened? He goes, I think I'm having a heart attack. Have you had heart problems? Yeah, I had a heart attack a couple months ago. So they were freaking out. They said, what's going on today? He goes, well, I just ate a pepper. I wasn't there. But Vince said immediately, everybody's like, oh, forget it. All the urgency just got sucked out of the room. They're like, oh, pepper, you'll be fine. And it was just a pepper issue, but he thought he had to call 911 again. But he's just a wonderful guy. So thank you for your help. Now, and I really thank you for that. Now we're going to move forward. I'm going to talk about some of the questions here that people have, and then we'll get right into it. Okay, Bizzle, not a question, but a story. There was a guy named Tex. One day a guy asked, how are you, from Texas? Because people called him. Oh, he said, a guy asked, are you from Texas? Because people called him Tex. He said, no, I'm from Louisiana. I didn't want to be called Louis. I'll run that by Squirrel and see what she says, Bizzle. Mischief managed. Been going through a rough patch. Depression, anxiety, been kicking my butt, but I moved my smoking area and cut my 2.5 packs to 17 to 25 a day. That's huge. You know what? Put a 1 in the chat if you're going through it. I talk to a lot of you guys. There's a few people in the chat I'm on the phone with. I talk to a lot. I know everybody that I talk to is going through something. I'm going through something. If you're going through something, you're in the right spot. Look at this. My sister. Not really a question. Sorry. Don't be sorry. The other day, I apologize for something. I get off the chat. I get a call. Don't ever apologize for being honest and telling me. So same thing to you, Lisa. Don't say sorry. Just want to let you know, since I can't use the app, sober 14 years, 10 months, and 3 days. I did the math right. I'm proud of you. I was about to ask Siri, but it won't work. Hey, Siri. Yeah, she doesn't talk to me anymore. It's a bummer. I'm proud of you, Lisa. All right, I'm going to try to catch up. I'm sure I've missed a bunch of stuff. I did. But we're going to move on. All right, guys. So there are people on this chat right now that are quitting something. Substances. There's some people that just want to control something. There are people that have rage issues. It doesn't matter what. What we're doing now is the most important thing. It's the connection part of it. If you were stuck on an island by yourself, look, everybody's been in an active addiction. You know what you do. You know, I know what you do because you do what I do. When you're in addiction, you do this. You start pushing things that are good away from you. And that's what's going on. So connection is the key. We're going to go through the steps. You know, there are people that every time I do this, I was like, well, I'm brand new. What should I do? There are people here right now that are deciding today to quit something. So here's what you do. It's a few things you got to do. Number one, you got to believe in yourself. It takes unwavering belief. If you get to a point where you say, I got to quit, it's because you've had that conversation with yourself before, right? So you're making the decision to quit. I'm going to tell you again what I did. The day I quit, I called my children one at a time and said, your dad's a lush and a drug addict. That was fun. That was a fun phone call. I called my mom and dad, my brother, my sisters, and told them. And that process for me, I'm not telling you that you need to do that, but I'm telling you what I did. Okay. I burned my bridges. And told people, and that's what I did. And I, ironically, I didn't tell you until a year was under my belt, but going to my kids and saying, I got a problem. I'm going to fix this. That was really paramount. It was huge for me. I would urge you, if you're quitting something, download an app. I use the I Am Sober app. I can't even take it. It's right there in the very center, right here. I Am Sober. It's got 3 little triangles. You download that because you know what? You'll look at it every 5 minutes, and when you see it growing, you see that you can do this. You have to journal, and it's really hard for me to tell you got to journal, but it's an important thing to do. One thing that Tom, and this is not something I've talked in previous episodes of this, but it's something that my brother did, and it's paramount. Make a list of how the people that know you, how would they be really honest? Make a list. How would they describe you? And that's a tough one. because you know how people are going to describe you. Then you got to make a list of how you want people to describe you. So we're going to, if you went 20 years ago and said, describe Johnny Scoville, the people that knew me, you get a variety. I'd scare the hell out of some people, be frightened of me. You get a description. But if you ask those people today about Johnny Scoville, you'll get a different one. You have to, in essence, you have to redo your life. One thing that, and I'm going to constantly be talking about things that Tommy has told me, because Tommy's a lot smarter than I am, and Tommy's amazing when it comes to sobriety. All the things you did when you were using, you got to stop doing those things. And all the things that you weren't, if you weren't doing it when you were using, start doing it now. Like I look, nobody, when I was using, you think I got up and made my bed? Sometimes I didn't get out of the bed. I just got up from where I was the night before. Start feeling, as human beings, what we're really good at. And again, I'm not pointing at you. This is me I'm talking about. I'm looking in a mirror, basically. We're all good at picking up habits, but we're not so good at getting rid of them. Fill your day with good habits. Start getting habits that, like making your bed, journaling in the morning, eating right. How many do you eat right? When you're using, you don't sleep right, you don't eat right, you don't do anything right. So basically, it's learning to live the right way. That's essentially what it's about. Being connected. Honest to God, it's like, I'm not telling you can't get sober on your own, because I'm going to tell you something crazy. When I got sober, I told my kids, I told Tommy, I wasn't involved with you know what my program was? It was early lifeboat from within a prison. It was Tommy. I was his lifeboat. It was a dinghy. It was just me. But I'm telling you something. You've got to plug in. You got to plug in. Apart from Tommy, I didn't plug into a group like that. I can just tell you, from being plugged in like this and with Tommy's channel, the more plugged in you are, the better it gets. When you realize, I got the name of the lifeboat, we're all in the same boat. It's such a beautiful name. When you realize that you're not alone in this, it's a lot easier to deal with. But one really, really important aspect, reason that you need to fill your day with good habits, because if you have a lot of good things that you're doing in your day, it's way easier to identify relapse. I can promise you I'm in relapse right now. With all the crap going on in my life, I'm in relapse right now. But I'm taking active steps to beat it. I'm making sure I eat right. I'm making sure see, one of the problems, I'm not sleeping well right now, which is adding to it all. It's exacerbating everything. But, with all the crap going on in my life, I promise you I'm moving in the wrong direction. All right. But I'm taking steps to fix it. And those steps are journaling, talking a lot. Tommy and I are talking about sobriety more than we normally do. But understand that this is really important. I always thought, as an addict for decades long, that relapse was this. That's what I thought relapse was. Relapse isn't that way. Relapse is moving in the wrong direction. And I'm just telling you that, my thoughts, just the thoughts that I've had over the last 5 days, 6 days, moving in the wrong direction. Now, the good thing is I'm aware of them. All right. And that's a really important thing. But I promise you guys, the more good things you have, fill your day. That way you're busy, number one. Number two, if you start to relapse, you'll know, because you aren't doing those things that you should be doing every day. And that's really important. Fowler says, be the change you want to see in the world. Put positive vibes into the world. Love, don't hate. Everyone has a story. Tommy's got an amazing thing. I really don't dig New Year's resolutions. I'm not a fan of it at all. But Tommy's got a great one. I don't think it's a New Year's resolution. It's a how I want to live resolution. Okay, so it's not so much New Year's. Alan Mead, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I forgot what I was about to say. It's a sleep thing. Can I tell you something, how important that is? You guys, sleep is really, really an issue. It's important. I'm trying to sleep. I'm not like burning the candles at both ends. I'm trying to sleep. I'm just struggling. Do you guys watch the video I did this morning? If you didn't, I had one of the scarier sleep paralysis dreams last night. It was awful. I was laying in bed and a woman hugged me from behind. Like, but not like a friendly woman. It wasn't a good thing. It was like I could feel nails, I could feel arms around me. And at first, I almost had a stroke. I was like, I didn't move because you can't move, but everything inside just seized up. Like, oh my God, someone's touching me. Then I was like, all right, what are you doing next? You're giving me a hug. Where are you going next? I thought about the ripcord, things you can do to kind of pull yourself out of it. I was interested to see where it's going. But I'm telling you, sleep is important. Eating right is important. You can't understand how important eating right is. Here we go. Want to love. Darn, someone is reaching out right now. I really don't want to talk. Gosh, I feel horrible. You know what? That person that's reaching out may need to talk. We'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. Mike and Al. In a while, my friend. Keep your head up, soldier. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. Stella Pistorius, I'm rooting for you. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm solid. And as much, I don't want to scare anybody when I say I'm in relapse. I'm not in danger of using because I'm wickedly aware of where I'm at. Okay. So, and I appreciate everybody rooting for me. I'm rooting for you. I really am. I'm rooting for you. Okay. The nurse who loved me, I got sober on my own because no one knew I had a problem except for my boyfriend. I kept it secret. I was super sneaky when I drank. My boyfriend still drank and still does. But he's trying harm reduction. You know what? I know people who did that, who quit silently because the addiction was silent. Well, first of all, there have been times when like my addiction in the last 5 years, like before, about 6 years. I'm sober now, but I'm saying the alcohol that was hidden, all right, and nobody really knew. But the past. If you knew me, you knew I had a problem. I mean, you could just look at my arms and you could tell I had a problem. You know, anybody that knew me back in the day, it was wicked obvious. Now, the last 10 years, the drinking, that's the worst part about drinking is I think it's one of the, I don't know if people do it more often so they get better at doing it, but of all the substances, the functional, whatever, addict, with alcohol, I think it's more common with alcoholism than other drugs. You don't see too many functioning heroin addicts. You know what I mean? And that's one of the problems with alcohol is it'll lie to you and you can think you've got it under control. I still go to work. And here's the thing: I can never be my best using. I just can't. It's not going to happen. You know, I can loaf along and pretend and you know, and on my grave, they'd say, oh, he did really well. He just never really applied himself. I'd rather die than have someone say, man, that dude didn't apply himself. That sucks. I don't want to be like that, you know? Humble and kind. Hi, Amy. Hey, Johnny. My apologies. It's been a really rough week for me. You know what, Amy? It's okay. Everybody is having it. Everybody's going through it right now. So I'm glad you said that. We're going to get through it, you know? Hang in there. Tinfoil Jones. Catch a dream catcher. Trust me. I'd rather gargle gasoline than have a dream catcher hanging in my living room, in my bedroom. Sorry, man. I just don't do those. They give me the creeps. Seriously, that kind of stuff gives me the willies. But thank you. If it works for you, please go for it. It just would not make me feel comfortable. I'd stare at it hanging from the ceiling. It would ruin my night. Long walks is important, Ghostwriter. Exercise is important. But here's the thing. When you're really in it, when you get sober, you have to think about nutrition, like hydration. I don't drink enough water. I don't ever. I'm probably on the verge of dehydration right now. And you need to think about all those things because every one of them factors in. Robin Bliss, I was late watching Casper's channel. Casper is amazing. I love Casper. You guys, if somebody, I probably have people that are putting it up in the chat. Oh, look at this. I'm missing everybody's. Arwa, I see you, Johnny. You're not alone. You have such a big heart. Love helping people. Reach out anytime. Sending you love, sleep, and prayers. Arwa, you're amazing. You're an angel. Thank you for your super chat. I really appreciate it. Hi, Han. Alcohol, really, it is. It's what, you know what? I feel bad. Like, here's the thing. I've quit heroin, meth, all those. You don't ever walk into a store and says, hey, can I fix you a shot? It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? But with alcohol, it's pushed on you. There's commercials. You know, it's hard. I think it makes it difficult. Angie Lee, look at those ones. Thank you. Kojak Sounds. Thank you for being here. What a great name. I don't want to bring bad energy. It's been a ginormous shit show for almost 7 days now. You know what? I'm on 6 days. Actually, going into 6 days. I've had 5 days without sleep. It's okay. You know the important thing? You're here. I'd rather you be here talking about it than turning off your computer, sitting in your house, thinking about it. This is where you're going to have people say, oh, I get you. I'm going through it too. Here's the great news. There's nobody not going through it. It's almost like there's Casper's channel. Please subscribe to him. It's almost like, and this is the truth, it's almost like have you guys heard the dysfunctional family? Well, there's no such thing as a functional one. All right. So we're all in the same boat. You don't hide. I do that. Can I tell you something? Lisa, thank you so much. I need them all. I need them. You know what I do? One of my problems is, I'm just going to be really honest with you guys. When crap hits the fan for me, you know what I do? Even though I have connections, I've got people, I've got my brother, I got a great five. You know what I do when the crap hits the fan? I hide from them all because I don't want to talk about it. And what should I be doing? Talking about it. I do the opposite. It's terrible. Robin Bliss, alcohol lies to you. Boy, it does. You know what alcohol will do? It'll tell you that all those great times you had, it was because of alcohol. It wasn't. It was because of what you're doing and the friends that you had there. It has nothing to do with the alcohol. But it'll convince you, that people don't quit drinking because they're afraid. What are they going to give up? I have more fun by accident now than I used to have on purpose before, sober. Pam, hi, Johnny, I'm new here. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Look at this. Ghostwriter, a study of nurses found just 15 minutes of walking relieves depression symptoms. You know what else does? And I mean this. Doing this, talking. When I have a friend, one of my five, I talk to almost daily. Discarded youth. Is this the same guy as the lifeboat guy? Confused. Here, I'm going to blow your mind and make it even worse for you. You ready, discarded youth? How about that? There's a mind bender. There's the lifeboat guy on the left. That is Tommy Scola, my baby brother. And there's the older, wiser, maybe less attractive, older brother there on the right. But I get that. It's okay. I'm glad you're here. I think it's pretty funny. It's a great comment. We get those a lot. So I'm glad you're here, discarded youth. Tommy does it better than I do, just being honest with you. But I am sober. So there is that. Hey, Relatable Reese, please do me a favor. Subscribe to Reese's channel. That's my sister-in-law. See that? It's the lifeboat guy's brother. Yeah, that lifeboat guy, he was my fourth birthday present. All right, so okay, kind of just getting here. Hope you're okay, Johnny. Sending all the love your way. I also have had one of the effing hardest weeks as well. It's great. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like the dysfunctional family, who's hitting it on all cylinders? Who's knocking it out of the park this week? The ones that are faking it. We're all going through it, honestly. So I'm glad you're here. It's nice to know that you aren't the only one. This comfort. I hate to say misery loves company, but when you know that you're not the only one going through it, it's a beautiful thing. See, Windmill Willie, I turn myself into a hermit. I do that. I got to stop doing that. And at least, listen, one of my five I live with, my brother. One of my five I don't. But they're aware of it. They're aware of how I am. And they're like, don't do that. Nutrition is hard. Coming from a nurse, I'm on the physio rehab program because some of my muscles have started to atrophy and waste away from poor nutrition and high impact training exercise. D or the B word. Yep. Eat right. You know what I mean? And we all know when we're moving the wrong direction. Do you guys, are you aware when you move in the wrong direction, or does it take a while? Because some people are unconscious to it until you get hit in the face with it. Like, oh my God, it's going in the wrong direction. Other people are aware of it. Being aware. And you know what? Journaling will help you be aware of it. You know what I mean? Journaling is getting everything on paper. Journal if you can. I know some people have trouble with it, but heard ya, alcohol destroys families. It did mine. You know what, though? I want to show you something. Oh, I showed you earlier. If you joined us late, I want to show you the new name. This segment's been called Sober Weekend. I don't like the name of it. It sounds bad. If you're someone who's trying to get sober, just the word sober is a bummer. This is the new one. It's called the Capsaicin Connection. Look at the thumbnail. See that ripple? When I was a junkie, all right, when I was robbing people and doing terrible things, don't kid yourself. I was casting ripples. Man, I was making ripples. Wasn't aware of them, but I was, and they were all negative. You're always making ripples, whether you realize you are or not. When I got sober, the ripples changed. So I heard you, that alcohol wrecked your family. You know what, though? Sobriety can throw you can affect people. You know what I mean? You're throwing a pebble in a stone, and those ripples are going to make a difference on people. I've had people, here's a weird thing. I can tell you, if you know how many times people have emailed me in the last 5 years saying, hey, you helped me. I'm sober because of you. I'm thinking, really? Really? You can be a positive influence. The fact that I'm a positive influence on anybody at all, in any way, in any capacity, is an absolute bona fide miracle. Look at that. Alcohol was fun until it wasn't anymore. Isn't that all of them? I mean, the reason you go back and do it again is because you had fun the first time. It's like that with all of them. He's a suitor. Good to see you, Robert. Thanks for being here. Humble and kind. Noah, you're such a shining light that I need desperately right now. But I'll tell you what, does everybody in this, I don't want to put you guys on the spot. Does everybody in this chat, I'm not saying you have to have your 5. Miss Sunrise, Dawn, thank you for being here. Does everybody in this chat have somebody you can call if the crap hits the fan? Do you, or are you white knuckling? Are you like literally alone? Because that's bad. You got to have somebody to talk to. You know what happens when you talk about stuff? It takes away its potency. 2 days ago, I was talking to one of my 5, saying I hide when things are bad, and I'm sorry. Talking about it enabled me to call her the next day and say, hey, I'm not hiding today. Talk about it. Talk. Hard Gaming. What up, Johnny? Haven't drank in 7 years. It gets easier every day. Think about the people you surround yourself with every day. Love you, brother. Listen, decisions you make today put you on a path tomorrow, and that path has a foreseeable outcome. And when you're using, you're making decisions that you're on a path. How does using go? Where does it end up? We know how it ends up. Surround yourself with good people. Really, it's a hard thing because when you get sober, you have to change everything. You have to change where you go, the who, what, where, when, and how. All of it's got to change. You can't get sober. You can't make the decision to get sober and think that other than using, you're going to continue doing what you've been doing. You can't hang with the people you've been hanging. You can, but it's not going to work. It's just not. Robin Bliss, older and wiser. Exactly. Alcohol lost its luster with me. It's just a horrific liar. That's all. Look at that. I'm the 3rd best looking Scolo brother. He's better looking than Tommy and I. Don't let him fool you. So that guy right there. He's going to be eating something hot with us tomorrow, Monday. Pam, you both spitting image of each other. Yeah, we have strong genes. Scoville genes run strong. Email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com. If you want help, if you're in a jam, I promise you, people I don't think anyone's ever, someone just said, did you email me? I said, no, I didn't get it. And they emailed Tommy by accident. I thought I had blown them off. I didn't. If you email me, I promise you, I will email you back. It may take a little bit, but I promise you I will. He was my 4th birthday, and I was pissed about it, just so you know. I was not happy. I don't even remember, really. I vaguely do, but I remember how they told me I was very unhappy. Can you blame me? I wanted a fire truck. I had a really cool one I wanted. It was, I actually have it in the garage. It's a Tonka. And I wanted it. And, bring me home a kid, a baby, and this is your brother. Here's your birthday present. That's not cool. I don't know. It wasn't cool to me. Cool now, but it wasn't cool then. Smoking Uncle Frank, 20 years of hard drinking. In 2015, I finally quit. Hardest thing I ever did, including prison. Life is great now. It can be even both. I'm not sure. But you know what? I'm proud of you, Smoking Uncle Frank. Here's the thing. No one has it easy. I think Pepper's made it easier. But, every single person who's sober is a walking around, living, breathing miracle. And I mean that. Kojak Sounds, it's a tough week. Trying to edit another video. Man, hang in there. See, I don't edit videos. Makes it a lot easier. But I feel you. Miss Sunrise Dawn, the question, was he a good birthday present? You know what? It was ultimately the greatest birthday present ever. A year and a half ago, he saved my life in the kitchen. I died. I don't know if you guys ever heard that story. My lips were blue. I wasn't breathing. My heart was not beating in my chest. All right. And if Tommy wasn't here, it's a wrap. They buried me. My kids are going up without a dad, growing up without me. I mean, so yeah, he was a pretty ripping birthday present. Not gonna lie. Well, it's all true. You're a hero and angel, meant to do great things on this planet. I need much grace right now. Appreciate all the love and kind words and laugh. Very needed. You know the great thing about grace? I'm not gonna ever throw God around and like make this a sermon. But you want to know something? God doesn't give you all at once all the grace you're going to need to get through your lifetime. He doles it out to you as you need it. So just stay strong, stay tough, do the right things, talk. Every time I've been in a jam in my life and things went like this and I'm in the bushes, it's because I went like this. Shut my mouth because I didn't want to talk about what's going on in my life. Talk to people. And being here is a big step. So Robin Bliss, I'm faking it really well this week. Got my life flipped upside down this year and I'm smiling like a fool. It's all great. Happy chaos. You know what? I love your attitude. You know what? I used to say, fake it till you make it. And I don't like that. Act as if and you'll become. Act as if and you'll become. Han, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love when you guys do that and you give memberships to people. It's the coolest thing in the world. Anybody who just got a membership, there's a lot of good stuff there. I say there's some good stuff there, especially if you're trying to get sober. The couch time is a lot of good information there. So anybody who just got a bus pass, enjoy it. Thank you, Han, so much. Maybe riding your bike again. Look at Silver Surfer. Ride that bike. You're right. You're right. You know what has to happen? I wish I lived near you. I wish I lived near all of you. Can you imagine that? We can say, hey, we're not going to have a live stream. I'll meet you. Let's meet here. Be great. I love my bike. I need to do that. Sasha, I drink once, maybe twice a month, but when I do, it's till I pass out. And then I go on a 3-day binge, morning to night. I used to go a week or two binge. It's madness. If I could just have a few. Wow. You know what, though? Look where you are right now. I don't believe in accidents. I don't believe in coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. You're here for a reason, Sasha. Here's the great news. No one's going to tell you what you ought to be doing. Although a couple weeks ago, a guy called me from a bar. What should I do? Hey, get out of that bar. I'm not going to tell you what to do or how to do it. You know what I can tell you? You'll get a lot of support here if you're trying to do something right. People will love you and support you. You know why? Because we're all in the same damn boat, every one of us. I'm so far behind. Jeez, you guys, I'm sorry. Mischief managed 9 months. Johnny, same. I hide and sleep. I missed out most of last week. I've started writing you, but talk myself out of it. But here today, don't talk yourself out of it. Honestly, I'll write you back. I don't have it. Listen, write me, please. Alone. You're not alone. You're here right now. Angel, I'm glad you're here. What John just said is research supported. Just being able to say, I feel, lessens the emotion's intensity. Well, it's like cancer. If you whisper it, cancer. If you talk about it, get it. I'm telling you, it takes depression, big time. Depression. I don't know. Maybe there's shame in depression. I deal with depression. All right. And I think maybe there's some shame associated with it. Like you think there's some, I'm talking about me now. So I don't talk about, hey, I'm depressed. You know, here's the thing. Kim, good to see you. I eat. I'm glad you're here. You have friends here. I'm glad you're here. I was about to say something. See, that's how my brain goes. I don't even know what I was about to say. Maybe it'll come back to me. Maybe it won't. I'm almost crying and can't. I live in an environment where I can't. But you're around a lot of people who believe you can. You know what? The fact that you're here and able to say that, Amy, is so big. Do you understand how heavy that is? And then I'm going to tell you what my 5 says. Don't you dare be honest with us and then be apologizing for it. It's not negative. No, you save it for the boat. You dump it on Tommy. You won't dump it on me. Come on. It's why we're here. It's why I'm here. I hope you didn't see. This is what happens when I'm so far away. Oh man, you didn't leave. Oh my God, I'm 10 miles behind. You better not have left. Oh, you're still here. Listen, we get through this together. All right. Oh, I'm so far behind. It's terrible. I'm sorry about that, you guys. I missed a ton. So anybody who had questions, please put them in again because I was so far back in the chat. I wanted to catch up, and I apologize for that. Man, I'm sorry. Tommy's better at that. He's better at keeping up. You know what? Just Reese today goes, yeah, Johnny's always 10 miles behind in the chat. Apparently it's a thing. I'm known for it now. You know what? It's hard when you can't be yourself in your own home. You need to email me. You know, holy moly, Pam. I just lost my ex-boyfriend partly to alcohol, and it kills me that I wasn't there to help him. It's been 2 years, and I'm crying now thinking of him. I wish we had found you sooner. You know, to be really honest, I don't know if I could have made a difference, but I can make a difference now. You're loved, Pam. You know, you're here. You're no more broken than I am, and I'm and everybody else. You know, here's the thing: I don't know the depth of your pain right now. I don't know it. I'm sorry you're going through it. You know, my dad died. I had so many people that said after my dad, oh, my dad died, I know exactly what you're going through. I used to say, bullshit. You don't know what I'm going through. What the hell are you talking about? You don't know my dad. Sure, you had a dad, but you didn't have my dad. You didn't have the relationship with my dad. I mean, how do you know? And it used to drive me crazy when people say, I know what you're going through. I don't know what you're going through, Pam. No clue. But I know it sucks. You know? And I know that we care, you know, and we don't want you to do it alone. You know, don't suffer in silence. Don't suffer it alone. Don't suffer alone. That's brutal. Heard ya. Johnny, you have a big heart. Thank you for showing us love and encouragement. I'm trying. Look at this. I'm clean now for 1.5 years. I'm smoking ice and freebase. Still have a few beers here and there. Listen, you could have, that comment was perfect. You could have just left the second sentence off. You didn't even need to put that in there. I'm proud of you. Proud of you. Jonathan. Hi, Johnny. Capsaicins, help me. We're all here for a cup of coffee. Enjoy the good moments. Thank you for being here. Rick Spicer. That's a dude I love. Good to see you, Rick. Thanks for being here. I will phrase that I cannot email you. What I am doing everything in my being is to survive this. I'll help you any way I can, and I'm praying for you. You know what I do when I go to bed at night? I don't remember everybody by name. You know, I always say the same thing, and I'm not making it a God thing, but I'm like, man, you know everybody's needs more than I do. Meet them, help them. They're all, you know. Here's the worst part. You know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going to get up in the morning, and I'm going to go through all of these comments that people made because they fly by so fast and I miss them and I can't get them. And I'm going to I end up bawling the whole time because there are people that are suffering and I can't see them all and they fly by too fast. And it's sad. You know, there's so many people broken. Guess what? Tomorrow, guess where we're all going to be? You better be here. This is where we all suffer together. And you know what? When the suffering's over, when this is over, we're all going to feel a little better. I was going to say something earlier. One of my 5 calls me, and when we talk, I'm going through it. She's going through it. And when we're done, guess what? I'm not a psychologist. She's not paying me to talk to her. I'm not paying her to listen to me. And when the phone call's over, we always say the same thing. Man, I feel a little better. It's so important to talk to people. Lil Chili, how did capsaicin help you stop drinking? I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to put up something on the board that I always put up, and people have been here a long time. Oh, that old chestnut again. He's going to show this again. Here's why it helps, okay? And this is really important. You ready? Eating spicy foods causes your brain to produce hormones like serotonin. What serotonin does is help you to become better equipped to deal with depression, anxiety, anger, and stress. Now, if you're trying to get sober, those emotions are triggers, okay? You know what I mean by triggers, right? You're trying to quit, you get frustrated and mad, and you know, instead of punching the guy who's making you frustrated and mad, you do this. So, I mean, if knowing those are triggers, Think about it. If you're going to go into something where you know those triggers are going to make it harder for you to stay sober, if there is a way you could tame those down, kind of tamp them down a little bit and soften them up a little bit, don't you think that would give you like the wicked edge on trying to put a substance away? That's what peppers do to me. That's what capsaicin does for me. Now, here's the cool thing, a little chili. You don't need to be eating 10 million Scoville pepper, capsaicin or tincture. Like this is 10 million Scoville, 10 million. You don't need to be eating this to get the benefit. Capsaicin, just peppers, anything. Jalapeno. And you don't need to eat the whole hub. You just cut up into slices and start eating it. I promise you it'll help. Johnny, you're getting older. Started my seats today. Last of the pods are seat today. 3 months with only hot sauce. It's a long time with only hot sauce. I love peppers and miss them. Winchester Super X capsaicin helped me a lot with my psychological withdrawal symptoms. By the way, since Little Chill is asking how it helped, if there are so many people on this chat, Chili, there's a bunch of people. If you've been helped by it, throw how it's helped you. So it isn't just the guy behind the camera saying so. I don't want her to think I'm just saying that. Fowler, good to see you, dude. All right, here. You know what? I do have. I don't have Facebook, but I am on Instagram. My Instagram is. I don't remember. I can't look because my phone sucks. I am on Instagram. There we go. You know what, Cam? That is one capable woman. I'm not even fooling. There's my Instagram. I don't go on it too often, but, I will. I hear you, Amy. Do you guys ever scream and yell sometimes helps it? Here's the thing. If you don't have an outlet, like if you don't have an outlet for your stress, it's coming out one way or another. You guys do understand that, right? It will. So have it come out on your terms instead of its own, its terms. Johnny, not sure if you saw it, but can I please get some ones from my friend Kevin? He's slowly improving after being really sick. Pneumonia has a long road ahead. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? You bet you'll get prayers from me. Kevin, pneumonia, can I tell you something? Is it weird? Is it just me, or does it seem like ammonia is all over the place now? Like when I was a kid, ammonia, it just seems like it's all over the place now. But you bet just absolutely in the sunrise dawn. Excuse me. All right. So to kind of recap, if you're somebody who's struggling, there's a few things that you just got to remember. Stay busy. You know what? When you sit down and you do the same old stuff, you sit in the same room, you're taking the mic. Can you hear me now? Please tell me you can hear me now. I did. I pulled a Tommy. No sound. Damn it. No sound still? Oh, I'm good. There I am. All right, good. So there are little things you can do. Eat right. Sleep right. Try to sleep right. It's been funny me telling you to sleep right. Drink lots of fluids. You know what I mean? Journal if you can. Is anybody having trouble journaling? Silver Surfer. I love you, Tracy. That's a joke that probably I'm the only one that's going to get, but it's great. Have connections. Do you guys have somebody to call? You got to have somebody you can call. Do you know how much I talk to the cat? Do you guys ever see videos of me and the cat? I'm not just doing that for the video. I talk to the cat nonstop. It's my therapist. all the time, but I'm getting it out. The worst thing you can do is keep it bottled up inside. But a really important thing that I want all of you to remember, this is really important. Everybody in this chat, you're 10 times stronger than you think you are. You are. Well, that's the big thing right there. Is my problem is I isolate. I got to stop doing that. That's one of my problems, and it's all stress. Like right now, like there's so much crap going on right now. I'm looking at my phone. Like I can't live without this phone, and it's useless now. It's a paperweight. It's not just a phone call. Anyway, but this is good. See, when stress happens, we're talking about it. But man, do the things that are important. Connect with people. But believe in yourself. You can do it. Another really important thing, exercise is a big one. You betcha. The connections with the guys I train with is huge. Friends outside the sobriety who still have my back. It's critical. It is. There's something I was just going to say. Is sleep. Okay, I'm going to help you, Robin Bliss, about journaling. I'm going to help you. A couple things you can journal. In fact, I have some notes here from the last time I talked about journaling. Where is it? Nope. If you're having trouble journaling, there's a few things that you can do. Okay, and this is really actually important. Gratitude. What are you happy? What are you grateful about? All right. Just to get it, even if you're just writing your address down, believe it or not, just the process of getting something from here, flowing through the ink onto the paper starts it. But write about what you're grateful about. Write about what's stressing you out. Write about your emotions. And the cat dots back. That cat is 100% sure we understand her. You guys get that, right? Journaling isn't coming from me. I have people say, like, I know somebody who has a recorder and they just say it into a recorder. And that's how they journal. And I say, well, do you ever listen to it after? No, I just delete it. It's okay, though, because it doesn't matter whether she deletes it or not. She pushes the button and says it. You got it. The whole point of journaling is just to get it out because it's stuff inside you. And I'm one of those guys where if I bottle up, the crazy crap, I'll shove down. I'll just shove it down. And then someone's going to give me the wrong change at a 7-Eleven one day. That's when I snap. So it's really, really important to not bottle crap in. It's really important. Sunrise Dawn, my friend Kevin that I just mentioned, his sister is one of my 5. I've known them since before I turned a year old. Wow. Well, Kevin's definitely in my prayers. And listen, I said, reach out to me. And then like Amy's like, well, I don't want to email you. Please email me. There's no, if I get too many, it might take me a little bit longer to get back to you. I promise you, I'll write you back. Cece says, my therapist has been on strike since last August. I live on thin air, but I know where to go when vital. I come here. I'm glad. You know what I mean? We're all broken. We come together. That's how it works. It's really weird. I feel like if you knew, right 10 seconds before this, I get a text from Tad. I go to text him back. It says, yeah, you're done. You can't, your phone's done. So I called him. I only had a few minutes and just say, hey, I can't do it. Let it out. If you bottle it up, it's a problem. I called Tad. He's like, geez, you all right? Take a pill. Slow down. But I promise you, as soon as this stream is over, I feel a little better. I do. I feel guilty that I get fed from this. I want to help feed you guys. I don't want this to be feeding me. I want it to be feeding you. But what it does is it goes to show you that when you go back and forth like this, it helps. Turn your phone all the way down. Wait a minute to turn it back on. It's not a matter of freezing it. since we have a lot smarter people, there's 75 people in the chat, which means 75 of you are smarter than I am. Here's what, does anybody have an idea how to fix this? It's telling me that my memory's full. I've deleted apps all over the place, 4,000 pictures, and it still says that it still says that it's full. And I can't even take a picture. It wouldn't even let me take a picture. I was with Tommy. I would take a picture. It says, you can't take a picture. Sorry. I don't know if there's an app or something I don't know. I just need a new phone is what it is. Swiss Vapor, I love you, dude. Good to see you. After my last brainless moment, consuming 9 million Scoville tincture, I feel a lot better, but I'll let it be done with for a while. Going back to what I'm used to. Dumb idea, wrong turn. Yeah, he messaged me. He's like, dude, I'm dying. It's hot stuff, bro. Johnny and Tommy speak Cantonese. Cantonese. You know what? That's worthy of a squirrel joke. Oh, I can't take a picture. Damn it. All right. Any last questions, you guys? I'm fans of all of you, and I believe in you. You know what? Humble and kind. Amy, I was talking to one of my 5 the other day. I said to them, you know, I'm not a therapist, and she's not a therapist, but when the 15 minutes is over, we both feel better. You got to have somebody you can talk to, Amy. It's important. Even if you have any animals? Talk to them. Talking to my cat, believe it or not, helps. I'm sure I'm a lunatic. People think I'm crazy, but don't feel guilty, Johnny. Your voice is the most calming thing in my day. You help me immensely. You're sweet. Speaking of my voice calming, I don't know if this is something anybody here is going to want to be interested in, but by the end of the week, I'm going to have a couple sleep videos made in an attempt to help people sleep. Videos where there's soft, like rain sounds, and there's going to be a video where I kind of talk. It may work for you. It may not. We'll see. But coming soon. Chris Melinda, also a therapist. You may be able to work with a therapist in training for much less per session. They're usually awesome, just still under supervision. I have no 5s. You talk to my puppies. You have my email address. Email me, Amy, please. Here we go. My phone did that once. A podcast app was downloading behind the scenes. How to reload the app to stop the downloads. Sadly, I think I just need a new phone. Robinero, good to see you. I hate phones. It's such a drag. Whine a little bit more. I love listening to your voice, Johnny, whether it's Peppers or Sobriety. Well, you're going to love the videos I'll be coming out with soon. Shut your phone off and start. I don't know what I need to do. Something. Such a drag. All right. Han, you're awesome. Johnny, you know what you're talking about with your experience. You can help many of us. Thank you for all you do. You know, the problem is I don't feel like anything. I want to help so badly, but I don't know how much anything I'm doing is helping. But I got to believe that it does. So let's keep doing it. Not going to stop. Do a reboot on your phone. Now, does that just mean turn it off all the way and then turn it back on? Is that what it means? Stop it, Lego. Isn't that what a reboot means? Just means turn it all the way off and turn it all the way back on? Bizzle, what app or program are you using to make the sleep videos? I'm trying to make them. Casper is helping me, so I don't know. I'm an idiot, Bizzle. You know that. The Rise and Shine Cleanse in the 90s. Oh. Robin, I use a podcast called Sleep With Me. A guy rambles on about nothing and bores me to sleep. Mine's going to be a lot more fun. I won't bore you, but I won't keep you up either. I promise. Touche. This is why I say Johnny is a hero. You know what? I'm so flawed, girl. Here's the problem. I'm nowhere near as good as you guys think I am. I'm trying, but I may have to update No, here's the thing. It won't let me. Look. I want to show you something. I'm at that where it tells me that I have an upload to do, but when I go to do it, look what it says. Here, watch. It just freezes. It just freezes. Oh, hold on. See, look. To even do the update, more storage. I can't even do the. Guys, we'll be here tomorrow at 5. Between now and tomorrow, talk to people. Hold on a second. I just need a new phone. That's really what it is. There you go. Take your phone up to your shoulder as far as possible. Show the middle finger, yelling and screaming. I mean your anger. I think you're onto something. I'm going to give that a shot. Please, guys, for more support and connection, go to Tommy's channel, The Lifeboat. Please check out Reese also. In your settings, you may be able to buy, or you may be full. You may be able to buy more storage. You know what I need to do? I think I like what I don't think that's what's going to work. I think I kind of enjoyed the Swiss Vapor approach. I have a good arm. I can chuck this phone a long way. I'm pretty sure about it. Record it, please. If I do, I will. All right, guys, I love you. Please be strong. Just stay tough. And between now and tomorrow, if you have any questions or anything you need to talk about, please. That is not an error, Kim is blue. Crazy, right? Not at all. Look at that. Uncle Bulkhouse Sausage for 1 hot minute. Hey, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. You're all wonderful. I care about all of you. Please reach out to somebody. I have an email for a reason. It's chasetheheat@gmail.com. If you email me, I'll email you back. I can't do any miracles, but I'm a guy who will talk to you. All right? Hang tough. All right? I love you guys. Stay strong, and we'll see you on the Capsaicin Connection tomorrow, same time. All right? Oh, Bizzle says wait. I got to wait. I can't go if Bizzle says wait. What's up, Bizzle? Are you just trying to make me wait? I mean, I don't mind. You know what? You can't. We are all beautifully broken, and we come together for a reason. You can't apologize. The drainer. No, you can't. You just can't. It's like going to the doctor. I'm so sorry I'm sick. Cut it out. I expect to see you tomorrow. I mean it. No, what did see that? Bizzle just wanted me to wait. He's not even telling me what he wanted me to wait for. See, Bizzle knows how to work me. Angel, encouraging words are good. The word encourage means to give courage. And if I could give courage to all of you, nothing would be better than to come back here tomorrow night and say, man, I had a great night. Read my question. Oh, hold on. I thought I did, Bizzle. I missed a question. Hang on. Give me just a second. I got to find Bizzle's last question. Hold on. Don't go anywhere, Bizzle. Where is it? Is that about the sleep one? Is that the one you're talking about? Because I read that one. I'm not sure. It's being done by Casper, so I don't know what he's using to make it happen. I can find out and let you know. Is there any more, Bizzle? Bizzle, let me know if there's something else I'm missing, because I don't want to. My email isn't listed. My email is chasetheheat at gmail.com. There's my email. My internet died again. That's all right, Bizzle. Yeah, I don't know if I answered your question. You just didn't hear me. I don't know about the. I have no idea, Bizzle. Oh, here's another question. There's another one. Where is it, Bizzle? I will record. Can I send Humble and Kind your email? I will. I feel like a monkey doing a math problem all of a sudden, people. Bizzle. You know what, Bizzle? I'll call you. Guys, we're going to wrap it up now. Okay. Rick posted. Okay, hang on a minute. Busy, you're just working me. Hold on, here we go. Here we go. I use sleep music every night. I like delta waves. I enjoy brown noise. It sounds like an air conditioner in a hotel. That's going to make me one Bizzle's question. There you go. I can do that for you. Bizzle, let me know you like delta waves and brown noise. Forget about it. I got you. All right? He's a good man. He'll take care of you. So I'm glad I waited for that. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up now. Expect some emails. I love all of you. Hang tough, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. All right? I'm Johnny Scoville. This was the Capsaicin Connection.